by a team to make a run into the group stage. On the other side of things, it's M80, and there is a glimmer of hope here. There is a final bastion of hope for the NA hopefuls to get behind, and that's the 19 wins in a row they have under their belts on Vertigo. To say this is a home map is almost insulting. It's so much more than that.
Yes, and you don't see 19 win streaks very often. You have to keep in mind that is, of course, all domestic, but it's still impressive nonetheless for M80. Now they got to take on a team that only have one listed map on Vertigo. Safe to say for Revels, plenty of preparation available. Let's see how they use it. Cool boost over on the B side with a triple stack. It's a tasty pistol round here for the Rebels. Smoke goes down, M80 go in, and then they go under as the Julies fight back. 3 kills in a moment, and there's even a flank. He gets put down by Slacks. 1v3. Looking for the ace clutch, but Rebels don't need to give him it.
Does manage to retrieve the bomb. Now, how tricky can he get with 1 minute and 10 seconds left to play with? Time is the only thing on his side. And so he'll go ahead and root back.
So free plant if he has belief.
No one's actually peeking down the ramp. I'm curious if they know he even was able to grab that. He's going to go ahead and plug in the numbers now.
1v5.
So Rebels now know that this bomb's gone down over towards A. How does Slacks want to play this? If he goes too passive, you worry that they can flood the site and look to get on that bomb. But they don't have a kit, so they will have to sniff him out and deal with him, you imagine. Slacks on a big reposition, makes some noise on the ramp, and so now they should be aware as they tap on that bomb, and that's going to force the reaction out. Casey keeps it clean, and it will be yet another pistol round going the way of the Rebels.
Just when you think he's cooking, he gets one-tapped. So a slap back to reality for Slacks and M80, who may have an unbelievable run on this map. But what a way for it to be broken. It's such an important point. You feel like it's their guarantee to Anubis. But if you're underestimating Rebels at this point, you've not been paying attention. They already took down Cloud9 on day 1. A team that have already progressed into the group stage, so not even Cloud9 in horrendous form. And Rebels have certainly earned their position here.
And quite the spicy way to open it up, right? Winning the pistol. Sure, the bomb plant still comes through, so that's going to give M80 a fighting chance here, but that's a lovely leg up to have on a map that your opponent has such a legacy on as of late.
And if there's one thing that was made clear by Nuke, it's that Rebels have a lot of tricks up their sleeve. They have a lot of nice util. I've enjoyed their CT sides, roaming as a pack on Mirage. There is always hope. Oh, wow, that's a cool lineup. One way to bloom. Ramp is theirs. M80 are really dragging this round out, and they've done well to get all of the util out. 1 smoke remaining on Casey at B. And M80 crawling back to A. They're going to leave Def with all of the util here, by the way, to fake out the B site while they go for an A hit, and they've just been spotted with an AK here as well. So Rebels, I would assume, not going to full rotate. Oh, they leave Flay at sandbags, and there's no Molotov.
They have to clear in manual mode. They have to clear him on manual. Oh, he gives them the fight. I feel like maybe he could have milked that a little bit more. He just wanted to support his team, right? But ends up paying the price for it, and teamwork does not make the dream work here for Rebels. They'll move in towards A because that's where the picks are, and then they lock it down. M80 with a quick return to form here. They bring out their big guns, and they find success with them.
6 shots for Slacks, but yeah, I agree. If there were ever a position to completely bait your teammate, it would be there. SNX goes 1 for 1. That's fantastic. I don't think Flay would have ever been cleared with 20 seconds left when they've just killed someone re-aggressing ramp. That could have been the entire round there. So a missed opportunity. And now Rebels on their own force buy back in. It's not started strong, losing Olymp trying to cross ladder. Casey with a nice position, but he's going to get mollied. Just lives on the edge. Should clear this still. Swisher will go for the check. Kisarek back, but there's nowhere to go with the 5-7. Only just escapes. 5-on-3, M80. They push them back, but they don't need to commit. They're still spread.
Oh, this is kind of crazy from SNX. The ramp walk, but he's just missed the timing. Even though he's here as fast as he physically could be, and in spite of that, Slacks is still holding on to it. So this is looking like the conversion will be found for M80. The force buy not giving the same results back the way of the Rebels. Oh, smoke cleared.
Nice.
And they set Def up for that little final kill at the end of the round there. Nice to try and bring him into the fold. So now the full eco for the Rebels. One to just chomp down as fast as you can, get it over and done with. Nice to see Slack starting in good form as well. It was him in the pistol who kind of facilitated this whole 2-1 lead in the first place by getting the bomb plant when he was left all alone in that clutch. Classic from your pugs, a 5-man walk over towards A. Just going to try and fight as they move up the ramp side with these USPs. Might even look to swing it and get involved early.
Yeah, it feels like a hard map to win these full USP ecos when you're up against a team that is not going to blindly rush a bomb site. You know, it's so easy to send lurkers out through middle or have a guy poking his head in B while you're fighting ramp, vice versa. You don't need to overcommit with the bomb on Vertigo.
Go on, Def, get these ecos. Yeah. Oh, Malb's got it. Malb's is on for the ace. Malbs wants the ace, but Def wants the kill. It's a battle of wits. And it might be neither of them. Oh, no, it's Def. There we are. It's a 3-1 up on the board as they brush aside those pistols nice and easy. And now we get to see the guns come back out for the Rebels. Flash spawn here on the AWP. So I'm curious to see if he wants to go and fight for this ramp control early. You feel like he will with the gift of the AWP and the spawn.
Crane pick or gap fight. He's gets smoked immediately, so he's going through and looking to fight ramp. Oh, right before it blooms. Lovely work. Malbs is still right behind him, but there was a spot there. Flay will be ready for more. And Malbs sits inside of the smoke. Meanwhile, M80 still have a mid lurker, still have the bomb coming up ramp. Good position, very hard clear for Rec. In case he even had a teammate to trade, worst case scenario. Malbs moves on the smoke fade. Kisarek gets flashed back in. Oh, Malbs knows he has good timing on this play. He hits the headshot. That's a clean kill. Will take some damage on the way out. Flay in front of the site, looking for a quick shot, but it's only a tag through the crane. Meanwhile, the nade lands, and M80 flip this one completely back on its head.
Yeah, 5v3. Down to a 2v3 in what felt like seconds. Olymp with the backstab here, and there are low HP players to find. On numbers alone, Rebels might already be thinking about saving, but then you get gifted that.
Oops.
Now you get given that, and suddenly you're right back on. It's all on Slacks in at the sandbags. Flick up onto the man, a headshot, and now just Olymp on the ramp to beat, but he can't do it. And so the Rebels will regain control of that 5v3 that gets so out of hand with a nice backstab from Olymp.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Mouse was in the perfect position, tucked up top ramp, and he just walks out into the open like that round was already over. If he stays tucked here, he doesn't need to move, and they have perfect position. Swisher forced to swing and try and trade, but it doesn't happen, and Olymp hits a very hard shot through that sandbag crack. That is a disastrous round to lose for M80. Just acting like it was already done. Oh my.
Gnarly double opener. Flay scoped up in middle, will get challenged, but it's Def here trying to just put the hurt on mid a little, trying to get them paranoid about it. You're hoping that this makes life a little easier for Malbs as he journeys up through the ramp. Slacks in behind him with the bomb on his back. Another early 5v3 for the Rebels. This one, they're hoping to keep a little cleaner. It's been silent for a while, and so the Rebels fall into a more standard 2-1-2 here. Nades rain in, SNX extinguishes that molly, so not going to be able to put the hurt on him just yet, but you know that he's there as a result of the util.
Oops. That could be worse. Behind the site, at least, gives room for a plant.
I'd say it was intentional. It's for the bomb plant.
Yeah, obviously. Bomb will go down. No denying that. There was an nade, but thrown a little too late. They were already peeled back. This is winnable for M80. 3-on-5. The smoke's going to be the biggest problem. Throw that out front sight. Casey with the kit can get on the stick. M80. Got to get some kills early on this retake.
Def looks like he's swinging first, playing up ahead of this smoke. He's going to take it wide. Dodges that flash. Back on the angle. It's Def. Mows down one. Does all he can in the round. Malb's trying to play around the smoke at the top of ramp. Also only good for the one. And so Slack's at the sandbags. Where have we seen this before? This time the defuse held and he gets run down. The Slacks is unable to offer up heroics there in the 1v3. Tasked with a hell of a lot. He is just overwhelmed by the Rebels, and you were dead on. Those few smokes that were left in the tank for the Rebels squad are worth their weight in gold when all is said and done.
And that's why I just enjoy watching these guys play together, because, you know, in a 5-on-3 there, it's very easy to, you know, go for a swing out LA, go for a heaven peek, just try and get info. They don't do that. They make sure that no one peeks until the smokes are down, till the flashes are out. They really do play Team CS, the Rebels. And that just ups your odds massively of not losing the easy rounds, the rounds you should be winning. We don't see that happen very often. Good pick for Flay, finding the opposing AWPer with a ramp flash.
Yeah, huge scalp to find with the game that Slacks has been having.
This is, oh no, Swisher. I feel like his aim just hasn't been here today. We saw it, CT nuke outside with some big whiffs. Def, he will martyrdom KC, but it's Malbs not knowing he's getting walked through the smoke, and Olymp will close it. Yeah, it's, you know, consider how hard Rec carried it felt around. Back on Nuke, well, he's 1-4 right now. Swish has been having a bit of an off day, and Malbs has been middling of the pack.
Yeah, you know, I think Malbs has had some nice, like, high-impact moments here, but kind of struggling to do it all as this one-man army. Slack started strong, but has started to get bested across the last few. Often kind of left in these impossible clutches as well. Can you do this if Rec remains silent? I mean, the guy dropped nearly 30 back on that last map, and it wasn't enough to get the win. And so now with him, as you say, 1-4, what does that do for M80? And the difference, you know, comparing this one to Nuke is as we say, they have a great track record here, the best track record you could have. A streak that they're looking to keep up with their tournament life on the line. 19 in a row, but it might all crumble to dust in a very important game. A missed shot from that AWP, and Malbs is the sacrificial lamb up through ramp.
I've just never seen a team in Rebels position play with such bravado. They are just so confident. It's like none of these details matter to them. Not getting put off by what they're up against or what they're supposed to be up against. They're treating it just like a normal day, a normal game, and they are making the most of this opportunity. A 5v3 afforded by the ramp players. Rec will creep up. Can he once again be that hero like he was on Nuke? They're trying to set up a boost. This timing couldn't be better. Nades out. They line up. There's a trade, but there's more T's in the site. Not for long. Bomb loose, and Slacks, no matter how quick he can be, he needs to get out of there with the AWP.
I mean, where this would get so impressive for me is if Rebels can do it in 2. You know, I kind of took a third map as a given in this series. Not even the save.
Oh,
it's so far from guaranteed, yeah. Olymp already in the spawn, one step ahead of him. Locks that AWP out of the save, so from bad to worse for M80, who bring out their first tack timeout now. Flay, that's a Lovely shot for him to land. Might not have many kills, but he's certainly been stylish in the ones that he's gained, and they've often been these openers over towards ramp. So he's finding good impact on that AWP.
Nothing short of impressive for the Rebels, but we saw them look vulnerable at the end of Nuke. Can M80 find that little bit of energy to propel them forward on a map that they certainly shouldn't be running out of ideas on? No doubt there. But right now they are getting outgunned. Eco, just Eagles, and a Tech 9. Looking for a late B hit. Oh, the nades. I love that second one, just a little bit delayed. It's not standard, so you feel like you've avoided the first barrage, and then there's more. Trying to get info off of the molly tick as well. They won't land. Don't have much of an execute here. Smoke flash.
Another nade.
That's a third HE with 2 mollies used. How about a third molly?
Oh, yeah. Now you get that molly out, they will be ahead of it. Only going to soften up the back line, but it does kind of divide these players as they move in. Olymp holds the line, and his teammates get here in perfect timing. This is looking so put together for the Rebels. I don't think they're doing anything crazy or convoluted. Like you say, it's just some heads-up, team-based Counter-Strike, keeping it pretty low and slow for the most part, nailing the basics, and they're looking all the better for it. M80 get brushed aside there on their low buy, and so now they bring out the guns again. Slacks once more, gets this AWP. Been a bit split on this fight over towards ramp in terms of his success versus Flate. Reckon middle, gonna get pressured here.
Look at them go!
Gets him behind them. Olymp throws out a real Hail Mary, but when you see him do that, will you be ready for Casey, having crept through the same smoke in middle, making the same gamble as Olymp? It seems like they are. They're considering it at least, and the tag comes in. Now they've got him trapped in the ladder room, and they might even look to deliver on this. Def will.
Would have loved a delay there. He had plenty of util to throw back down ladder to stall them out. It's just a powerful position to own late in the round, but gotta get caught in the cross. 4 on 3.
I mean, this is the round that M80 should have to win. This is the round that they have to win. It started off so well. They deal with that double push out through middle.
No.
If they can't win this one, what round were they supposed to take? Swisher trying to make it happen, but he dies out on an island, and it's only Slacks. Another clutch attempt here as he's thrown into the 1v2. He's been shut out of every one of these so far. Oh, that could have been something. The collateral was right there. It was on the table, but he didn't know. And so now they've got the boost assembled. He swings out wide, and it's just the leg. A return in that round from a 3v5. It's the Rebels to win it. 7-3 is their lead.
And at that point, Def is playing too early as well. He's walking out mid before they're even up the B stairs. It's the first domino to fall. Those mistakes will count. They will lose you rounds. And I love the way the Rebels play. They know they're against an AWPer. Even though that smoke is faded, they don't need to move off the boost. If Slacks peeks, even if he kills one, the other will land. And even a drop. Dude, Olymp is going psycho mode right now. Throws himself through the mid-smoke, drops down B stairs again. They do not respect M80.
Throwing the rule book out the window, man. He's like, yeah, I know we prep stuff, but I'm going to do my own thing.
Oh my, there's 3 here on the ramp for the CT side. Flay only just gets out. He needs to hit this, and he will. Rifle overwhelmed. Finally, another advantage for M80, but one they need to use. Yeah, you didn't get the last one. Sure, maybe you can ride it off. Some mistiming, some awkwardness there. But this has to be the one, and if it ends up going against them again, M80 are cooked. There should be no way back in. Not denied as the wallbang connects. And everyone that's tried to venture up past the ramp has been punished. They have died. They have left you wanting. Now you might never even make it that far. The slowdown means Swisher is fed to the wolves, and it's only Rec left standing. 1 on 3, another man advantage, another good start to the round, looking to go against
M80.
Got no ammo. Oh,
Rex swapping out his core. Olymp, a second man on that flank, gets the better of them. M80 are getting destroyed right now. This is back-to-back man advantages that they haven't been able to capitalize on.
this is, it's not even just coming down to a coach and a lack of firepower and a lack of in-game leading potentially. This is the mentality shift of losing a game you were never supposed to lose. Of being confident and then crumbling. Olymp is still acting psychotic, but when they're winning 3v5s this easily, how can you blame him? Third round in a row, he's rushing out of spawn. Flay, he knows they're close. He's only going to hit a tag, but that nade forces a decision. Back they go. Rek will live to tell the tale. Rebels, last round of the half, a man down, a chance for M80 to group and play as a unit. And need I say, another necessity just to find a fourth round.
Yeah, it's the third round of man advantages now for M80. Their third chance of winning a 5v4 or better. And so if they fall down here, man, the hope should just be extinguished. If it isn't already. Rebels are playing like the game's already a certainty. They're playing with real freedom, real confidence. And so at least this time, M80 gains some good ground up through the ramp. SNX looking like he wants to try and re-aggress on that flash,
nice.
But Malbs cuts him down. Finally, it looks like they're going to deliver on the promise of a round. They've just got to get past this AWP. Don't get me wrong, it's easier said than done. Flay's been very, very quick, but a missed shot to open. That might just seal his fate here. The site's already been lost. Plant coming in. Rebels are on for a 2v5 retake. This one should finally get away from them. They've overcome the odds countless times before, but to do it again, that would just be wild. And with so much damage done, it looks like this one might be par for the course.
The only way you win this is if you stick in a smoke, right? And I don't think M80 are going to give that one away. They've got to get a kill soon. Bomb half tick swing together. I like that play. And Casey should get caught from short side. Swisher will make it so. And M80 will survive another round at least. 4 on this T side. I don't know if it's enough. They're going to have to continue this 19 win streak or they will be going home underwhelming.
Don't give up on us. Don't give up on us. Don't give up on love. Don't give up on us. Don't give up on us. Don't give up on love. Hold me down, never let me go. Take me in, I want you to show. Hold me down, never let me go. Take me in,
change it all. Hey, we can change it all. We can change it all. Hey, we can change it all.
M80 came into Vertigo prepared for many things, but failure was not one of them. 19 wins in a row on this very map. And the Rebels are offering up one hell of a fight. M80 are capitulating underneath that pressure in a do-or-die matchup. It's the Rebels who stand the closest to crossing this finish line. A win here, and they would look to make history as the first team from that Polish qualifier running into the groups.
Yeah, 18 wins in a row against American teams, 1 win against the Oceanic Rooster, but welcome to Europe, baby. Rebels running amok up ramp in this pistol round, and even though there's a quick flank, there's a flank on a flank. There's Olymp ready for everyone, and he will get that info. Rebels can take some control now, comfortable as Flay finds 2 more on that flank, and Olymp will just reset. The bomb is on gap. It can't commit with Swisher in the site, but it can be patient and wait for that big wraparound. Maubs checks them as they come back, but even he is scared of Olymp, nowhere to be seen. Kisarek does catch him, and Swisher spotted as well. Kisarek will risk his life, but that bomb is already out, and they don't know the Olymp reset. Not like this.
Absolutely crazy position for him to be in after last being seen down in that B corridor. He gets all the way up into elevator and cuts down Swisher before he even gets a chance to attempt the 1v2. M80 with the pistol round not going their way. This one is not destined to be theirs. Instead, it is the Rebels banding together here on this second map of Vertigo, playing some damn clean Counter-Strike across the board.
Yeah.
Once again, it's a real team effort here for the Rebels. They want to book their spot in the group stage. And if they keep this up, they are well on the track to doing it.
Absolutely. They just look like they're having so much fun. And, you know, on a mentality side of things, M80 must just be wondering, how has this gone so wrong? We were favorites. We were meant to win this. This is our best map. And they're just getting dissected in front of your very eyes. Wings clipped.
I'm really curious right now because back on Nuke, when Rebels were in this position, they took a timeout knowing that winning this first round of the half would be more than enough to put the game to bed. It's a very similar spot here, only this time they're just going to ride the momentum. Yes. They're riding the high of how successful this game has been so far. No tack pause, no breather. We're just going to hit the go button.
Why let M80 breathe? Honestly, it's a shame to not see M80 calling a pause. I'm not sure they burnt them all in the first half, but this may be their final hurrah, their final chance with a full buy. Okay, there's a missed molly there. Rebels do still have that top ramp. M80 going to re-aggress. 4 CTs in the right place. The setup is good for the American side. And they are going to re-aggress as a unit, but plenty of rifles awaiting this play. Kisarek gets that spot, and they come crumbling down. Def must retreat. Maus plays the fade. Does he know? Casey's in the corner. Good flash. And he gets away with 2. That's more you can ask for, but it still leaves it all on the shoulders of the ex-coach, current captain Def, with a pre-rotation that is very well founded. Can he win the round on his own?
Oh, 1 kill found. Olymp not ready for Def to be here so soon. So Def with the reads, but now he's got to deliver in the 1v1, and it's a whole different ball game here. SNX is not going to go rotating freely. You will not get another kill with a knife pulled. Def will have to earn his stripes in this round. 1-on-2 when it began. Grinds it back to this point here and now. Not quiet on the rotate. Nothing left to the imagination. Def wants to win this one in the fight. Goes looking for the bomb, tap on it. What is this position?
Wow.
Yeah, never ready for that. S&X tucked in behind the pillar. Def learns something new and he learns it the hard way.
I think I learned something new as well. I've never seen anyone use that in a post plant in a 1v1 like that. You're so open to short, but if Def comes swinging, that's the last place he's clearing. What a heads-up play. Rebels. Shock and awe, and nothing but well-earned. They are having the time of their lives, and it's sinking in for M80, the brutal reality.
And I mean, you know, this really is like the biggest game of their lives, and they are just having fun with it. They feel like they can't set a foot wrong. 3v5 after 3v5 in the first half. And now domination in the second, winning the pistol, winning the first rifle. They can feel this is all teed up. To them, it feels like destiny. To them, it feels as good as done. And in Katowice, no less. It's where it's all coming together for the Polish Rebels squad. They keep it low and slow here.
Calm and calculated.
Oh, S&X gonna get caught looking the wrong way. That's a freebie for Slacks. But it won't matter. The victory is very short-lived for M80. Just when they think they've got something going their way on this partial buy round, it quickly turns sour. Def and Malbs left up in this one. Malbs grabs the AK from middle. Gonna need some heroics. Just need a bit of pizzazz, a bit of style on it. Rebels are playing like the victory's as good as theirs, and with good reason, I guess it is. They're just one round away from it. And a mixture of keeping themselves calm, but also getting hyped up. There is a real roller coaster of emotions across the Rebels camp.
The energy has been infectious watching this team, watching them take down Cloud9, watching them not falter or cry or worry about getting dumpstered by Eternal Fire. They looked focused for a third and final matchup, and one that they have absolutely run away with. Again, I will say it, because it cannot be overstated. 19 wins in a row in North America for M80 on Vertigo. They sit with 4 rounds at the end of the map.
It's the fact that you've done it in such style, in such a fashion, right? You haven't had to grind this out. You've absolutely dumpstered them. M80 looked deflated from like the 6th round of the game. They could already feel this one getting away from them, and so they come into it with all these ideas, all these expectations, and Rebels have bested the odds.
And it makes you wonder, in the group stages, you're not going to find a team, a tier 1 team, you know, capitulating out of the server like this, but it's not just been a mental game. Rebels have played some fantastic Counter-Strike in these last 3 days. They've shown a lot of cool tricks. They've shown some great individual aim and great team CS on CT sides especially. Is there a world they can even upset some of these group stage teams? I wonder. I wouldn't say it's an impossibility. Why doubt them now? They've come to play at Katowice, and not just the play-in.
I mean, you know, the core of this team, even in the play-ins last year, right?
Yeah.
But a far cry from making it through. As we say, Polish squads from that qualifier hadn't even succeeded in taking a series.
And the year before that, their coach, Sparrow, was playing in the same place in the play-in. Again, just as unsuccessful as the Permitter squad were. Well, this time, Rebels come back with a vengeance. Slacks hits an orb shot. Bomb mollied, delayed on the plant, and they will get it down after the fact. Flay's getting aggressive. CT comes swinging. They want to end this before the plant is even allowed. It's a good move for M80. It's a bit of money made, but it's a 5th round found.
Yeah, I mean, the task they face is just so monumental, isn't it? It's a great round from Swisher, right? He puts up 4, reassuring a C. He certainly had his kind of wobbly moments throughout this series, never quite truly looked in it. But nice to see he can still do it here. Going to take a lot more of that before we get too excited for M80.
If nothing else, it's a learning experience for M80, right? It's much needed learning experience heading into the RMR. Another major circuit with this current roster. You can't help but feel like it was, dare I say, a wasted opportunity. Unless they can recover in this map, pull 7 rounds in a row into overtime and take us to Anubis. I'm not counting my chickens.
Def opens here. And Rebels were looking a group for a B hit, but they lose Olymp over in middle. That boost up is going to get spotted. Swisher on the swing puts a stop to it. So no trickery here. These shots have looked very convincing. I'm going to say that much for M80.
Most convincing in the entire map have been these 2 rounds here. Some good flash plays. But it all does feel too little too late. Rebels can justify saving. Definitely worth using these 2 guns in what will be an eco round otherwise.
You can feel how, Rebels who were very feisty with how they were approaching this game. You can feel like the different level of anxiety that approaches when you get onto 12. Yeah. These have been far slower. Not quite more respectful. I don't think I would go that far. They've still been looking to challenge. Oh, nice. But even losing these guns at the end. 1 for Def, and now they learn about the AK. M80 are looking to go hunting. They want to make this one painful, and so they will. Chasing down both those players, attempting the save. For Rebels, at least, they had some extra time to try and plan ahead. But there isn't much to do in this next round.
Nah, 2K a player. Casey has a bit more, but M80 getting in some pity rounds. We'll have to see.
Hey, man, I mean, all great comebacks would have to start somewhere.
True.
And we're still a ways away from it, but M80 don't just have...
Ooh, cheeky.
As mentioned, the tournament life on the line. They've got this win streak that they're trying to protect.
Yeah, 20. That's a nice round number. I'm not sure, unless they win here, they'll get back to it anytime soon.
For now, if you're Rebels, it's just don't get too in your heads, right? Sure, you could have ended this way sooner. You could have ended it 13-4. But you had to expect some fight out of M80 before this one drew to a close. The pistols get close up through ramp. And now they slow it down again. Good real estate taken, but it's not like they have smokes or flashes to try and make this interesting. And cross up through short, maybe get a bomb plant. Instead, you're just going to have to brute force your way into this site. Malbs holds down short with the double, and the rest of his team are there to pick up the pieces. Olymp has often been left on these very wild lurks. This time it's a little more tame, and it is seen. Swish is going to deal with it.
You're wanting to pull a knife at this point in the game, are you? Stalling the shot. Just keep going.
Give us one more.
One at a time.
That's how you've got to take it with a comeback like this. You can't think of the big number. It's far easier for the brain to deal with the small ones.
I like that.
One at a time. Still smiles all around for Rebels. Those smiles would get wiped clean if this game gets any closer. It can sometimes be hard when it feels like the team you're playing against has changed. And M80 might be undergoing that transformation right now. Slacks opens, Malbs dies, up at the top of the ramp, Slacks in at the sandbags, is known about, but there isn't, there is this molly. It's all the way on Olymp, who's usually left over here in middle. Nade goes in instead, and Kissarek's going to get it. A 4v3. This is Rebels' moment. This is the round that they're meant to take it home in.
And it's a fake out. Oh dear.
Kissarek's still selling it so well. He's drawn them back. They still are convinced that it's the A play here. And so that bomb's going to go down in B. For M80, by the time they even realize they've lost the sight and they've lost it convincingly, there's a player still lurking in through the back. Swisher and Rek. This is their worst nightmare. Just as M80 was starting to feel like maybe they still had a chance here, it's going to get taken away thanks to Kissarek's heroics up on the ramp side. Rek moves in, Rek moves out, Swisher falls, and NA lose their hopefuls, but Polish Counter-Strike gains a couple more. For the first time since the qualifier was introduced, a Polish team makes it into the group stage.
Unbelievable win, and the way they do it as well, not just breaking hearts and win streaks on Vertigo, but taking down Cloud9 in their BO1.